Welcome back to the last part of the guns tutorial series thing. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be making gun spray today. So let's start off by making a private float start spray amount. A private float. We're also going to add some kick and recoil. So start kick, private float start recoil, and then we're also going to need some stuff to determine the spray, and we'll go ahead and put that under go ahead and make a new header down here that determines what is both things, or I'll just rename it something like spray and spray kick and recoil. And then we're also going to need a serialized field, private spray amount float, and we'll set that to something like 0.25 to start. And then we'll need a private or another serialized field, private float, and this is going to be our spray divide rate. We'll start that off at something like 100, and this is going to control the max spray, and then this is going to control the spray increase rate. And then at the end of our start method, I guess we don't have one yet, we will do start spray amount equals spray amount, and that will set the start spray. And we're also going to set the start kick and start recoil, and we don't have variables for the actual kickback strength and recoil amount, so let's go ahead and make those. Kickback strength, and controls kickback, set that to something like 2 to start, and then recoil amount, and that's going to be something like 10 to start. And another thing we can add is ADS reduction. So when you're using aim down sights, we reduce these values. So let's add a header and call this ADS reduction. I'm just going to copy paste those in from my game I'm making, change those to floats, and we'll use those values to basically control how much or how little we want the spray, recoil, and kick to be divided by when we're aiming down sights. Also going to need something to keep track of the shots fired. So let's see here. Let's add a private int shots fired. Let's also make sure we set it to 0 by default. And then we're going to need something to also reset the accuracy over time. So let's add a float called accurate timer. We're also going to need something for the recoil speed. So the recoil speed. And then also for the timer, we need something like a reset time, and we also need a value to determine the amount of accurate bullets we can shoot. So a value that's going to basically an int value that's going to determine the amount of accurate bullets we can shoot, and then a value that's going to determine the amount of time to reset the bullets, and that's going to be accurate bullet reset time. And so again, this will be our accurate bullets, 100% initial accurate. I probably spelled that wrong, whatever. And then we need to combine the create projectile and FireHitscan into a new function called ranged attack, and this is going to act as a sorting for what kind of attack we need. So we'll add a bool and we'll do use hitscan, and then we can decide whether we want to use hitscan or not. So if use hitscan, else we won't. And so if we're using hitscan, we'll fire the hitscan, and if we're not, we're going to create projectile instead. And now we can replace these with range attack, and we're going to do false for projectile, and true, and then true again for raycasts. In fact, actually, we could just use the shoot gun logic here, so I'm going to undo that. No, it actually makes more sense to have this. So I'm going to redo it. And then here in our ranged attack, once we've decided we're actually going to do a ranged attack, we want to do shots fired plus plus. Actually, we won't want the shots fired plus plus afterwards. Actually, I'm not really sure which way it needs to go, before or after. We'll figure out. But let's go ahead and add in the function for the spray. So I'm just gonna copy paste it in from my game, as we've been doing in this tutorial series. So what this is gonna basically do is give us a spray offset based on the amount of shots fired after we use the accurate override bullets. So let's see, the accurate override bullet count is 2, so after we fire 2 shots, our bullets will start to increase in spray as we shoot over time. And let's go ahead and make vector 3 and cache the spray offset so we can use it later. Somehow I accidentally deleted the create projectile and FireHitscan functions. So we don't want this in the actual create functions, we want it before. And then we want to FireHitscan here. My bad. There we go. And then all we have to do to add the offset is add it in the direction we're shooting. So for the raycast, it's plus offset, spray offset in both positions, ADS and not aiming down sight. And then for the projectile, it should just be plus spray offset there, I believe. And now in our update, we need a timer to reset this. So I don't think it matters where in the update, so I'll just add it at the top. I'm just pasting this from my game I'm making. Looks like we need a bool check for is shooting, so let me see what that is. It looks like we need some sort of detection to detect if we're shooting or not. So above that, we'll put this little bit of code in and the button that we use to shoot, and then private bool is shooting. It's false. And actually go ahead and make it hide an inspector public. Okay, and for some reason in this game I had to increase the values quite a bit to get it to work. So I set the spray amount to 50 and the divide rate to 10. Let's try like 25, something a little bit slower. And now when we shoot, that first couple bullets, that first 2 bullets are accurate. But if we shoot really fast, it starts spraying all over the place. That's just what we want. Let's see, there's still a problem though. As you just noticed, when I shoot with automatic raycast, we fire all the bullets at once. So let's fix that, as well as if we have the projectile forward plus spray offset, that seems to do something wrong here with the projectiles and not spray them around. It makes them fall or get stuck in midair. So we'll figure that out as well. So let's fix those 2 bugs. Let's go ahead and take this aim down sights function and move it into our range attack along with the shots fired and gun ammo up at the top. And since we know this is accurate, we can then use the position to shoot from on our projectile. That should maybe fix it. Nope, I don't know what's going on here. Let's also take that position to shoot from and normalize it. And there we go. We needed to change the aim down sights stuff right here to also go forward instead of at just position. And now our projectiles and our raycast will spray. I guess the rocket sprays need to be edited to not have so many overrides. You can see the rocket spray as you shoot. But now I have somehow undone the spray of the regular raycast gun. How did I do that? So I want to be getting the camera forward instead of the camera position. Okay, so now we have spray working on our projectiles, both when we're shooting normally and when we're aiming down sights. But for some reason it's not working anymore with our hit scan. Something's going haywire here with the direction, as well as we're still shooting all of our raycasts at once with the automatic raycast gun. So let's fix that. So the problem is we need to use position for the hit scan and forward for the projectile. So we'll do forward here, and now we have spray with our projectile gun, spray with our rocket launcher, and spray with our regular hit scan gun, which I could reduce the spray of here. That will give it a smaller spray, or I can increase it. I don't know if it's actually increasing there. Just try making it crazy. And there, it's got a much wider spray, much quicker. So set that to something like 5. The spray divided amount to something like 25, I guess. See what that looks like. Still a pretty small spray. Don't know why I have to crank the hit scan up so high and set the divide rate much lower. Seems like, there we go. That's getting it to spray. So we'll set that to 25 and 5. Okay. And now we just need to fix the this gun shooting everything at once, and then we can move on to kickback and recoil. And there's the problem with my auto gun. I think the fire rate was just way too high, so it was shooting them all in one update. There we go. Now our automatic hit scan gun with travel time is shooting properly. Let's see if we can't make it spray a little bit better. Seems like it's shooting from the wrong spot with hit scan still. Or maybe it's just the travel time. Yeah, it looks like the travel time is getting the spray from the wrong direction. Should be putting the spray out that way, not from this way. Alright, let's figure that out. Okay, so to fix the trail travel, what we need to do is replace these in our FireHitscan, replace the rotations with look rotations, and put the position to shoot from direction in. And then down here, we need to add a start position for the shoot position of the gun that doesn't have the offset added yet. And then what that is going to do is, with the same values as the last hit scan gun, 25 and 5, it's going to give us a mighty spray. Alright, now let's add recoil and kickback. For the recoil, we're just going to go ahead and paste in the recoil shake function for my zombie game I'm making, and we'll go ahead and fill in the values that are needed. So we need to get a gun root. We'll go ahead and also add a game object up here that's private for the gun root, or actually a script object rather. I don't know what you call that. But we need to add the script gun root. Let's go to our scripts and add gun root, and then let's go to our gun root and add the script to it so it can find it. Oh, have a compiling error. Go ahead and save that, and need to do something about this so it can save real quick. Now I can. Why is it not saving? Oh, come on. There we go. Add the gun root to our gun root on our player prefab. Then we also need to add this original rotation. So at the top we'll add a quaternion for original rotation that's going to store the original rotation of the gun. And then on our start method, we will store the original rotation. And then on our ranged attack, we will, if we're not aiming down sights, we will recoil shake the gun. All right, and let's see. So it's not happy about something here. Oh, and in our wake, we also want to make sure we get component and parent, the gun root. And now you see it adds a little shake to our gun every time we shoot, but if we're aiming down sights, we don't have that same issue. It seems to not be resetting our spray. So let's fix that too, because that's a big problem. Yeah, the spray needs to be resetting itself. It just seems to be increasing. That's strange. Now it's reset? I don't know. It seems to be working-ish. Add our kickback function, but we need to add it to the player controller because it's going to take control of the mouse. So let's make that public function somewhere in here. It looks like I already have it copy-pasted because we just imported this script and didn't rewrite it. So we can just call it now by making a function in our gun called trigger kickback. And then we can trigger the kickback every time we use our range attack function. And now you see there's a bit of kick to every shot. The camera gets kicked upwards. The gun kicks with the recoil. I think I put no accurate bullets on the rocket. Yeah, let's have at least one accurate bullet. And that's why it's spraying all over the place. There we go. Still spraying all over the place as long as I'm aiming down sights. Yes, and then one last thing we want to do is reduce the kickback for aiming down sights. So, and reduce the spray. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's find our aiming down sights. So then when we start aiming down sights, we can set our spray amount and our kickback strength to the spray amount and kickback strength divided by the spray divider and kick divider. And then when we disable ADS, where is it? There it is. We'll set the kickback strength back to the start and start spray amount. And now we get a fair amount of kick and spray when we're not aiming down sights, but if we are aiming down sights, that will be reduced by 3. So now the kick is lower and the spray is lower, and we didn't need the recoil, because we just disabled recoil when using aim down sights. And we can also get rid of that start recoil too. And that pretty much wraps this up, except for the mystery with this, but the spray kind of increasing when you reload and hold down aim down sights. Don't really know what's up with that, but it seems to reset itself when you're not aiming down sights, so peculiar. And of course, one of the guns has a bug, as always. So if we're aiming down sights with this gun, I don't think it's bugged. I think it's just, yeah, it's bugged. Shouldn't be doing that. Let's try to fix that with the travel raycast. So a simple fix for this right now is we'll just get rid of shoot from camera for the travel raycasts. And now we aim down sights. We don't have that issue anymore. We still get our spray going. And remember, you can just play with all these values until you get your spray the way you want it. Okay, so one last bug. The accuracy timer is finishing before we let go of the shooting function, so we need to do something about that. The problem was we had the button set to 1 instead of 0. 0 is left, 1 is right. So it was resetting. There we go. Now it was resetting when we were shooting before, but only if we weren't aiming down sights. So now, see if that fixed the other bug. No, it didn't fix that other bug, but that's one of the bugs you need to fix. I think when we reload, we need to reset the accuracy timer. There we go. Now it's not shooting all over the place every time we hold down, aim down sights, and reload. Alright, that's all for this tutorial, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Come on. Looks like the last thing is there's something weird going on with the automatic hitscan travels. Let's try to fix that. Never mind, it's fine. I think it's just acting weird. Hitscan travel gun keeps acting really... See, just fired a ray in the wrong direction. Don't know what that's about. Oh well, I'll fix it later when I make it an asset. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna have to finally tune it a bit more, but this pretty much concludes the tutorial series. I'm going to clean it up, try to fix some of these bugs, and then after that I'm gonna upload it to the Unity asset store, and I might fix some of these bugs before I upload it to GitHub. But yeah, that's all for this tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed this series. Please don't hold out and wait for it to be on the asset store. If you need the asset now, go ahead and download it from the description. Otherwise, if you are patient and you want to wait for all the bug fixes and stuff, wait for me to upload it to the Unity Assets store. See you guys next time.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more future videos.